Welcome into the Toyota Lounge, powered by your Front Range Toyota dealerships. This is the DNVR Avalanche pregame show, brought to you by Coors Light and Bet365. It's Game 5. It's the first potential elimination game of the series. Avs up 3-1, trying to send the Winnipeg Jets packing in Winnipeg. Jets making some changes. Perfetti and Miller both coming into the lineup for them.
It's not just that, but they also put together the best combination this year with Ehlers, Scheifele, and Velarde. That's their most effective line on the season, just in terms of the fancy stats. Mm-hmm. And dropping Connor down to Monahan and Toffoli. Those guys, or I think it's Monahan and Perfetti, and those guys were, that top line especially, that was the best usage of those players. And why don't you throw the kitchen sink at this point? You're in an elimination game.
Yep.
It's fair to wonder, why the hell does it take this long?
Why didn't this happen in Game 3 at the latest?
Give them an actual opportunity to play.
Yeah.
But,
is what it is.
It has me, it just has me on edge.
Sure.
As it should.
Everything does, man. Closing teams out is hard.
It is hard.
I mean, let's be real. There's really only two versions of Winnipeg you're going to see tonight.
Yeah.
Version 1, they come out there and play like caged animals that are just do or die mode.
Yeah.
Or version 2, maybe the Avs get a couple goals on them quick and they start thinking about the golf course. Those are the only two versions I see.
I mean, I'll tell you this, in the body language expert category, that video of Mark Scheifele walking into the arena today, it's all smiley, having a good time. And I'm like, what?
This is serious time, buddy.
I'm like, do you think Nathan MacKinnon's going to smile one time today?
When he finishes that hat trick, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. You think he's walking into the arena with a smile on his face?
Definitely not.
You think Cale Makar is walking to the arena? They're up 3-1. This is business. And Mark Scheifele's like, I made my money this year. I got my contract extension. Cool. I got my first round per diem. I'm still got a good life here. To steal LeBron's line here, it's just hockey. I don't know. To me, I looked at that and I'm like, I am hard on edge. Like, hard on edge about this game of, if the Avs lose this game, they're going to lose the series, because I'm a dramatic bitch like that. But, like, when I saw that video of him, like, walking in, I was like, what? Are you for real with this? So I'm like, we could get 8 minutes into this game and be like,
Done.
so it's 3-0, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe they'll play more freely just because the pressure's off, and okay, hey, nobody now expects anything from us, and for the first time all series, Nikolai Ehlers will actually be right in that people are not expecting something of them. And maybe that will free them up.
I mean, that's why I expect, and I think you're going to be nervous all night because, I expect their best game. I expect them to really put their best effort. We all know that the Avs have been the most dominant team of the two, all 4 games. Forget about the score of the first game. If you had to pick, forget about the score, who was the better team tonight? I think 4 out of 4, everybody would have said the Avs. So I expect the Jets tonight to have their best effort, but on the flip side of things, it's a different mindset. I think it's easier to be the team down 3-1 than to be the team that's up 3-1.
I always say the hardest one to win
it
is the one that closes
it's cliche, but it is the hardest team. Now, if you're Winnipeg, you have nothing to lose. Like you said, Ehlers going to say, we were the underdog, even though everybody had picked the Winnipeg Jets to win. You know what I mean? But now it's like, you got nothing to lose. You got beat by a better team than you, and then you go on and you're out in the first round, and so it's easy to play tonight if you're them. It's tough if you're the Avs because you got to close it out.
Yeah,
you got to close it out. So you're the team that's like playing for something almost, and the Jets are more like a team like the Ottawa Senators down the last 20 games of the season, where it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you're meaning it means something because your back is against the wall, but you're free, you're loose, and you're gonna have to take chances. You're gonna have to be wild a little bit if you want to win that game, right? So I think it's just a different mindset tonight. That's what I'm looking forward to. But I do believe Hellebuck has a better game. I do believe the freaking Jets have a better game. And then the Avs are going to have to be on their best behavior and just come out swinging and have one of their best games.
Just keep playing the way you have.
Exactly.
To that end, exact same lineup as Game 4. Confirmed. Kovalenko on that third line.
Perfect.
With Wood and Colton. So
Love the trust going into it with him. We talked about yesterday. I was talking about, hey, maybe Chris Wagner and this and that. And Bedsy's like, no, man, we're going to give the kid
good.
another look.
Yep, we're good. We're going to roll it.
The other thing, I say we're going to give the kid, but he's like 24.
Yeah, he's not exactly
He's
a
been
kid.
playing pro hockey for 6
Kale's age.
years.
Like,
It's...
The new guy. How about that?
He's a rookie in the NHL, but he's not a rookie in pro hockey.
Facts.
Interesting. It'll be good.
I think it will be good. Eric, you've been there before.
Yep.
You've had the right mindset. What are the keys to a closeout game potentially for the Avalanche?
We just talked about it, right? Having your best effort and expect their best effort. But number one is killer instinct. I mean, you just, everything's earned. There'll be nothing free. That's what you have to expect tonight. You have to expect that you're going to freaking earn everything. And do the same thing for them, too. Don't give them anything. So have the right mindset, but it's pedal to the metal. It's not, we have 3 shots at the can. You know what I mean? Because you don't. It's all, again, like AJ said, you lose, and it's like, oh, crap, we're going to lose the series. So it's all about momentum. You have the momentum right now. Just freaking go and have killer instinct and knock it off. Number 2, I do believe the Avs were absolutely outstanding in the neutral zone last game. 5-man units, their Ds, their sticks were awesome. I mean, on the defensive side of things, but then obviously quick transition, and then they were flying in the neutral zone, and then the blue lines are key tonight. I know it's a cliche, but obviously that's part of the neutral zone, so blue line to blue line, own that stuff tonight. Very important, because that's where freebies are given. Number 3, well, I went with cream rises to the top, the big 3. Winnipeg does not have MacKinnon, Rantanen, and McCarr. They just don't. They have good players, like you mentioned, but they're not those 3. So let the cream rise to the top tonight. We need the best effort from 96, 29, and 8. Let them be closers, like in baseball terms. Let them come in there and then just close this thing out. And nothing matches against them if they're on top of their game. So put the nail in the coffin. Don't wait and don't wish. Short series are important. We talked about that in the previews. Short series, you have a chance right now to have a short series. If you win this one, you probably have 5-6 days off. Very important for the mindset of the mind. I mean, obviously your mind, and then obviously your physical. Get a few days off. Go play some golf outside. Beautiful weather in Colorado. It makes a big difference. Short series are huge. You saw the Rangers last night do it. Who else did it? We said Florida did it. Gentlemen sweep their 5 games. I mean, I want the Avs to do that tonight. Very important.
It's interesting to me because when you look at this series, outside of one very strange game in Game 1,
which, how many times have we talked about? And I'm
Game 1s are weird, yeah.
So annoyed with myself for not getting into it that night. Game 1s are nonsense.
Yep. Outside of that, none of these games have ended close.
Yeah.
Realistically, in an elimination game, you cannot expect that.
Agree.
This one's going to be a dogfight to the last minute.
You got to grease it up. You got to freaking muck it up. I just said cream rises to the top, but now you need the muckers to muck, and you need the Pizza Hut to go to, get some pizza over there. You need to have, the legendary Pat Burns used to say it. That was his pregame speech all the time. Go out there and do what you do best. That's it.
Yep.
Go do what you do best. If you're Miles Wood, skate, create chaos. If you're Lecky, just go out there and just be freaking Mr. All freaking world that he is right now. If you're Mac, just be the best player in the world, right? Do what you do best. If you're Josh, get out there, be tough in front of the net and freaking, hammer guys and move. And, if you're Sammy, skate, you know what I mean? So do what you do best, and then you have a shot at getting out there victorious.
Amen to that. Don't think it's that complicated for Colorado. You touched on it. Again, I want to reiterate, it's not that their best players have been bad. They've been good. They've found their way to plenty of points.
Yeah.
But
They've had their moments.
Everybody knows there's more in the tank for those guys, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
Absolutely.
does. Even Jared Bednar talks about it, as we do have part of his morning skate presser here for you.
I don't
So
know.
go take a look at what Jared Bednar has to say about Game 5.
Jared, whenever you get to this point in the series, obviously the questions comes up about closeout games, and how much does your playoff pedigree that you've gone through as this franchise, and especially in 22, play into a situation like tonight, handling it properly?
I think it helps. Like, learning how to win sometimes can take some time. Experiencing heartbreak helps. I think learning from both successful series and unsuccessful ones, like you kind of figure out what it takes to be able to win and close out series and survive in advance. And we've had a pretty good mentality in our room when it comes to that, like responding after poor games, keeping things going after good games, like all season long. We talk about things like that, and so they'll draw on their experience, and leadership's been strong in our room. So they know the importance of the game. They know that we can expect Winnipeg's best game tonight, and we're going to go try and play our best game of the series as well.
Jared, depth scoring has obviously been so huge for you guys, but one player who hasn't scored yet in the series is Mikko Rantanen. Do you like the chances that he's been creating, or do you see him taking another step as the playoffs go on here?
Yeah, I think he can take another step for sure, but at the same time, those guys have been impactful. Like, it's why depth is so important. You got, teams checking lines against them on different situations. You've got different scenarios that they run through. They've still played solid on both ends of the puck, but I think like he's got another step he can take for sure. We've seen him play better than he's playing right now, even though it's sufficient, it's good at times, but probably a little bit more consistency would help.
Jared, just going back to the learning experience, like how do you quantify or measure the value of scar tissue and going through those hard times in order to learn how to win?
I don't think you can. But I know this, the buy-in from our team and the commitment from our team, like after we lost a couple years in the second round, from day one of training camp in 2022, coming back with a lot of the same group, really the same group, was off the charts. Like it would have been hard to measure the gain that we got from the commitment standpoint and the focus on what it would take for our team to win in the playoffs based on the previous years. You always think you're a team that can win. We felt that for years. We went through the heartbreak, and something needed to change, and like structurally, tactically, we learned some things as a staff and as a team, but also the biggest change for me was just attitudinal in our locker room and the standard that we were going to set and what we discussed all year long. It had nothing to do with 82 games of wins and losses. It was a strict focus on what we would need to do to win at the toughest time of the year, and we've kind of kept that going throughout the course of the next couple seasons.
Corey.
So there's Bedsy's thoughts. He certainly thinks Mikko has another level to get to. Would be nice to see it tonight, no? Just saying. And that word right on screen there. I know Mikko has 6 points in the series. Some of them are pretty cheap. All of them are passing a puck. Go put one in the back of the net, Mikko. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm overstepping here, though. Let's get into who's going to eat for tonight for the Colorado Avalanche. As always, the man who's up at 5:45 in the morning goes first.
I don't care because I'm superstitious. Whoa,
I was
I'm
up at 4:30 this morning
Then go.
because I had I had a dog paw in my face.
Shut your
And then
door.
you went back to bed.
He was pawing at my face and he licked my eyeball, little asshole.
Shut your door,
I
buddy.
was so upset. Oh, it was shut. I'm on Kirby duty this week, so
Oh,
it was tough. So I had to take him outside, and then of course he just goes right back to bed. No
course.
big deal.
That
And I'm
dogs can do that,
I'm
yeah.
awake for the next hour like this fucking prick.
but I don't
God,
care.
that's
I'm
this dog.
superstitious, so I'm keep going with my Circle K eater, and I'm sticking with my guy. So the dog have to. Again, it's part of my keys tonight. It's part of our keys, and Cream rises to the top. I mean, I just expect him to have one of those Nate the Dog like freaking moments with an S. You know what I mean? Just take over a game, take over a moment. I'm wishing for it. I hope this is what we get tonight. So that's why MacKinnon is my Circle K eater of the night.
One MacKinnon.
Sorry, I took MacKinnon. You guys can take him too.
No, I'm switching mine up. I'm going Alexander Georgiev tonight. Kind of with what I said earlier. He's played 3 good games. I really don't think this game is going to end 5-1, 6-2. I think you're looking at a 3-2, 4-2 type of game.
Like that.
And you're going to need Georgiev to be a guy tonight who, don't get me wrong, played really well these last 3 games, but he might have to make more like 30 saves than 22 tonight.
I agree.
Going to have to make a couple extra ones for Colorado. So would like Georgiev to keep it locked in for the Avs here. AJ, are you sticking to your Mikko Rantanen vow?
Eric, this might be a painful memory for you. I don't know. But not too long ago, I remember a closeout game in Calgary.
Oof.
A game 5
Yikes.
on the road against a can't count them out, higher seeded Calgary Flames team. You know who dominated that game? Mikko Rantanen.
There it is.
I remember it. He was awesome that game. He
Was that
scored
the
a
Johnny
goal.
Gaudreau penalty shot? Was that game?
That was that game.
yeah.
Had Mikko Rantanen scored a goal from behind the goal line, little bank play. Yep, the bank was open that day. So I'm going Mikko for different reasons, but I'm going Mikko Rantanen again. It's just time.
Yep.
And I think he's the kind of guy that hears his coach say, yeah, you know, he can get to another level. That's about as shady as it gets from Jared Bednar. Not a guy that throws his players under the bus, but he'll give them an honest, like, hey, yeah.
More in the tank there, bud. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think I'm buying it. I'm buying stock. I'm sorry. But I've got Mikko Rantanen. I want to see a Mikko Rantanen game. I want 2 goals and an assist.
Well,
Like it.
Go buy some Moose Snacks over at Circle K then. Get with Circle K today. Get your Inner Circle rewards on. You can go to circlek.com/Inner Circle rewards today or use that QR code on screen to get the app. When you do, 25 cents off a gallon on your first 5 fill-ups and amazing game day snacks every single day at Circle K. Go get with them. You can get up to 5 free Polar Pops right now with Inner Circle rewards. Look, I think, honestly, the Avs have done a pretty darn good job of capitalizing on their opportunities throughout this series. It has to continue. You are not going to get that many more chances in a game like this. When you have a net to shoot it into, finish. I don't care if it's Mikko Rantanen. I don't care if it's Andrew Cogliano. Top to bottom, Avs have to finish their opportunities tonight at all situations.
I like the point you're bringing, and I'll say a key word too in a closeout game, and it's very pertinent to what you're saying. And the word is execution. You got to execute. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to finish. And when the chances are there, like I said, Hellbuck's got to be better tonight. I know everybody's been saying this for games, but you would expect the guy to be better tonight. I think he's going to be good. Keep going. He's been good at parts of the series, and then all of a sudden the break, the dam opens, and then he's not good. So keep going. Avs have had a lot of shots. They haven't been like always. I mean, again, they're so good that I still feel they could shoot more. But then again, you know what I mean? Like, just they've put a lot of rubber on them in 5 games.
Their lowest total of shots on goal through the first 4 here is 32.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So,
32.
And again, there's nights that I complain they have 45 shots. I'm like, God, and I keep telling them, oh, God, take the shot, But that's how good they are. But execute and then be opportunistic on your chances.
Yep.
Don't give them life, and let's go and go rock and put a nail in that coffin, though. Be a carpenter tonight. Be a carpenter.
Is it a coffin or is it some 10-ply toilet paper? We might find out.
Yeah, who knows?
Play on your toes.
That's it.
Be ready for anything.
We talked about it last game. Go hunting.
Yep.
Go hunting.
That's
and look what they did. They hunted in that last game.
That's what you are.
And they dominated.
Yeah, and they won that game.
Look at the Bruins. They started on their heels instead of their toes the first period, and
chased
then
the game the
all of a
entire
sudden
game.
you're chasing. Now you're in a 1-1 fight, dog fight, You know, who knows what's going to happen? Remember last year when they were in that situation in overtime and Marchand Bobrovsky makes the save, and then the rest is history. I mean, that's how quick a series can change, right? So play on your toes, not on your heels.
Well, be on your toes with your bets tonight, as we have my Bet365 bets coming in here. Look, man, they gave Casey Middlestat plus money for a point again. I'm taking it.
All right. Love it.
Given the way the second line for the Avalanche has been this series, I'm taking it. Every time it's still plus money. The Avs to cover is plus 200. And then, like I said, it's an elimination game. I'm expecting some pretty Loctite gameplay here. So I'm taking no goal in the first 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Plus 135.
I like that bet. I do.
If that doesn't become true, this game might be over at the 9 minute and 30 second mark.
I like that bet.
We'll see how it goes. But whatever bets you're making, make sure you do it with Bet365. Use the DNVR 365 code to sign up for a new account and get amazing boosts, including betting $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. And when you do sign up with a new account, take a screenshot of your account with a $10 deposit and send it to promo@thednvr.com. We're giving away a bunch of cool stuff for the next 6 weeks, including shirts. You can win going to an open practice with someone like Eric here and pick his brain about all his hilarious hockey stories.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a great time. It's a great time out here. Go get with Bet365. There you go. Join the playoff path. Level up for the ultimate DNVR fan prize today. Again, make sure you use that DNVR 365 code when you sign up to get in on it. And when you gamble with Bet365, you must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today. I don't have a whole lot else to say. As has been the case with this entire series, whatever happens on the ice is going to happen. And you go forward from there. Anything you guys want to add to this pregame before we head over to our watch alarm?
It's called the wall knockout punch. Go.
One knockout punch.
Let's go.
I'm here for it. You good, AJ?
Yep.
All right. We are going to wrap this one up. It looks like this Toronto-Boston game is going to overtime, but if you're local like us, the puck drop will happen on altitude. So we will talk to you for the watch along very, very soon and talk to you in a few minutes.
We all silly like the mayor.